Hello, my name is Jackie Kirkup. Welcome to Spotlight on Souris. Today is Wednesday, February the 5th, 2025. This evening I have with me Shelley Nepinak and Karen Butterfield. They are part of the Citizens on Patrol program here in Souris. So welcome, ladies.
Thank you. Thank you.
So what does, I think I answered it mostly.
Yes, you did.
Citizen, COPP for short.
Yes. It stands for Citizens on Patrol. A lot of people just say COPS,
COPS.
program, so you'll hear that quite often, but it's Citizens on Patrol.
Awesome. Can you tell us more about the program and the mission statement?
Yes, this program is to mobilize citizens to work with law enforcement and partner to prevent crime and to create a safer environment for all of our community.
Oh, that sounds like a good initiative to be
Yes.
happening around here. So can you provide us a bit of background on the program, when the program maybe began in Manitoba?
Yes. The program is a provincial program, and it started in Manitoba in 1991. Partners were formed between the local law enforcement, Manitoba Justice, and citizens desiring to make their communities a safer place. This program has been running in Souris Glenwood for over 20 years now. I'm not 100% on the exact year it started, but it's been over 20 years.
Wow, that is quite an
Yes.
accomplishment for this community
Yes,
to
it
have
is.
something like that ongoing, and
Yes.
takes an incredible amount of volunteers to definitely keep things like this going. So,
Yes.
wow, what a tremendous thing. So, what are some of the goals that the COPS program is trying to initiate into the community?
Yeah, some of the goals are to provide a presence in our community through patrolling by vehicle, foot, bicycle, or other means of transportation. It's to educate about crime prevention and to increase the awareness on crime-related issues such as theft, auto theft, and maybe some vandalism.
Okay, some things that you know aren't necessarily maybe it's happening in the daytime or more in the evenings,
Yes.
and the RCMP aren't always able to be, present in our community. So this is a helpful thing.
Yes, yes.
So, what members does the Souris Glenwood program consist of?
Yes, all of our members are all volunteers. We do have a board that consists of a president, a vice president, secretary, treasurer, and then we have currently 8 patrol teams or members that we have as teams that
Okay.
patrol our community.
Okay. Wow. I know that's not enough, and I think we'll get to that in a little bit,
Yes.
but definitely a good foundation to continue to grow the program. So what do the COP teams do when they're out on patrol?
Yeah, so each team patrols 1 week out of a 2-month period. Again, the more teams we have, the less patrolling you would do.
Right.
But currently, that's what we are at with the 8 members, or 8 teams. We do have flexibility of our nights and our hours during that week that they are to patrol.
Okay.
However, more volunteer, like if we had more teams, we would be patrolling less throughout the year or throughout the months.
Yeah.
Ideally, we would love to have 12 teams.
Okay.
Which then would mean we would patrol once every 1 week out of every 3 months.
Right.
So, yeah.
So when you say team, is that 2 people,
Yes.
4 people?
For sure 2, minimum of 2 people.
Okay.
We have some teams that have 3 members and things like that. But our program is about safety of our
Right.
volunteers.
Yes, of course.
It's all about safety. So we do not want our team members or our teams patrolling by themselves.
Right.
We always want to partner with them.
Okay,
Yeah.
that totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Hour-wise in that week, I know you're flexible with the nights or the days and hours. Like, would it be like 10 hours in a week or?
Yeah, we ask each team to at least patrol anywhere from 4 to 6 hours per that week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, doesn't sound like a large time
No.
commitment.
No,
No.
it isn't.
And I say that with, it could be for others,
Yeah,
but
yes.
when you say it like that, it seems like you could maybe find that time through
Yeah.
through the week.
And we have teams that, some teams, they like to go out earlier in the nights.
Right.
We have some teams that patrol from midnight till 3 o'clock in the morning, so it's never the same time, so it's just
Right.
to get that presence out there.
Yeah, absolutely. So night patrol, what does that look like?
So it's a very simple process. You start patrolling, you're observing the area that you're patrolling, and then you record in what we call shift notes, is what you record on and report on, and then you end your patrol, which means having your shift notes that are handed into the RCMP for review and recording.
Okay.
And within that, we just like to observe if there's, a stranded vehicle somewhere that doesn't look like it should be in a spot, like parked in the middle of the road. We would take the license plate and maybe the make and model of the car and
Okay.
report that in.
Okay.
We do not, again, we're about safety too for our volunteers, so we never approach any vandalism that is happening or any crime that may be happening. We do not get involved. We stay at a distance. We report the crime if you need to at 911, or we record it on our shift notes.
Okay, okay. Lots of responsibility, but understandably
yeah.
so.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm just gonna zip over here. Did we cover everything there?
I think so. Well,
Yeah, I think you had mentioned we are just the eyes and ears
Yes.
of the program.
of our community, eyes and ears, and we report that back up through to the RCMP.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. Like you said, the RCMP aren't present, every day
Right.
in our community. So if we're out there helping them, they can at least then follow up on something that we maybe have written in our shift notes, and or if we need to, we call 911 and stay at a safe distance.
Is there training that is provided prior to, say, taking a shift?
Yes, yeah. Not necessarily prior to the shifts, but to become a member of the program, we do have forms that you have to fill out. You have to do criminal record checks,
Okay.
things like that, be kind of approved into the committee or the program, and then you have a small little training pamphlet. You get vests and some equipment,
Okay.
these shift notes and books
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Yeah, so
Okay.
a small one night, and then you're pretty good to go out on your own.
Right.
But all board members are available anytime with any
Okay.
questions, concerns, anything that has arisen that, we do have a group chat going so
Yes.
that we can say, vehicles vandalism or theft has been reported in this area, so we kind of monitor that area maybe a little bit more type of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So is there some person that is, was looking after the scheduling and the comings and goings of the volunteers?
Yes,
And
yes.
I'm thinking that might be you.
Yes, yeah.
And
Yeah.
that is a very big
Yes.
job, if,
Yeah.
say your team can't
Yes.
commit that week now, and it's like, okay, is it up to them to find someone to replace them in the group, or is
Yes.
that
Yes.
become your job?
Yes, that's.
You're saying a lot of yes.
Yes, I do that too. And I'm also the liaison between our shift notes and the program with the
Okay.
RCMP.
Okay.
So I report those shift notes usually weekly, read them through weekly. If it's something that should be seen prior to, then I will contact the RCMP and email them and say, you need to look at these
Okay.
ahead of time.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
That's lots on your shoulders.
Yeah.
That's why I think you need some more people to join
Yes,
you.
would love to have more people join our program.
So I'm curious, like this program must require some funding to operate, and where does that funding come from for you?
Yes, so currently, we have a little bit of funding from the Souris Glenwood Municipality. They recognize our efforts as a volunteer program and, appreciate, appreciate that what we're doing for making a safer community out there. So they do provide us a little bit of funding for us to kind of offset vehicle costs, gas, maintenance, our time.
Right.
It's, every little bit helps, but
Right.
they do, the municipality office, they really recognize our efforts and stuff, so
well,
they do
that's
help us out.
Amazing.
Yes,
It's
yeah.
an important part of the community and
Yes.
just looking out for the safety of others, right?
Yes.
So that's
Yeah.
wonderful that they contribute.
Yeah.
So if someone would like to volunteer, we know Shelley, you're the girl. So if anyone is interested in volunteering, how can they get a hold of you?
Yes, please contact me on my cell at 204-741-0229. Text or call. I'll get you set up with the form and the paperwork, the criminal record checks, because we are a volunteer program and this is a provincial program. It's just a letter. You don't have to pay for your criminal record check. I will just sign it over and they will get that done. So it takes about a month from start to finish to get on. And then we're right now doing our scheduling about every 2 months.
Okay.
So you would then work into the schedule, and we would get you training. We would get your vests, if you're out patrolling, vests that you can wear, a hat, things like that. And yeah.
Good. I was just thinking one question that came to mind. If I wanted to volunteer, but I don't have someone to join me, can an individual, you don't have to come as a couple or with a partner. You would take an individual and hope to be able to maybe partner up with someone else?
Yes. We do have a couple of people right now on our spare list as individuals that, so, Karen and I are a team right now. If Karen can't make it that week, she's off or sick, I would be able to pull up a spare and stuff like that. Or it's always nice, we have individuals that may not know each other, but we might be able to form you as a team to get to know. So yes, please, if you're individuals, please call. All the volunteers means the world.
Right, absolutely. Helps. And also you would need to be 18 years and older to volunteer.
Yes, you do need to be 18 years old. Yes. So
good. Yeah. Well, this is a lot. It's been a long time since I feel like I've heard about COPS and really what was going on in the community without it. So it's really great that the two of you are involved in another thing in the community. You're two very busy. So anything else you can think of that we might not have discussed?
Probably the only other thing, I know we sometimes get questioned, when we are out patrolling, we try to be very visual with our presence. Right. We do have magnetic signs that we can stick on the outside of the vehicles.
Okay.
However, now the newer vehicles are they're not metal.
Know that was a thing.
Yes. So our magnetic signs aren't sticking. So we do have cardboard signs that will be in either the dashboard or in the back window of the vehicles. So we do try to make it presence that, when we're driving around potentially a back lane, slow vehicle, we are observing and writing. Right. So not to scare people in their homes and that. We just want them to know that, we are out there and willing to help, and we're trying to make this place a safer place.
Oh, well, this is an amazing 20 years, my goodness, and more, we're thinking. But it's been around a long time. So,
yes, it has.
Pretty incredible.
Yes.
It would be great to keep it going.
Yes, it would.
Yes. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Good. I hope some volunteers start calling your number.
Yes, exactly. Me too.
This has been Spotlight on Souris for Wednesday, February the 5th, 2024.